In these video tutorials, I'm talking about HTML5 document basics. So in getting started, we need to know that HTML5 is focused on the structure of a web page or a web site, depending on the group of pages that you're doing or if it's just one page itself. But in order to get started, you have to create a blank text editor page and start with a blank canvas, and then you'll begin to create coded commands with HTML tags. And an HTML tag is just that. It's a coded command that tags pieces of text and tells the web browser what kind of text it is. So I can just say, if I wanted to put some text on a page and say, "Hi everyone, my name is Scott," I can put this information inside of a tag. And so I could put a number of tags, but one of the ones that I choose is the paragraph tag. So what makes up a tag is you'll start with the angled brackets, the left angled and the right angled bracket, and you'll have to put a P in between them, and then at the end of that tag you'll do another left and right angled bracket with the P inside, but you have a forward slash, and that creates the end of this tag. So if I was to take out the statement that I wanted to tell people on my web page, and I just had the two parts of the tag, which is an opening tag and a closing tag. So the opening tag does not have the forward slash at the front of the tag, but the closing tag does. So that's what differentiates the opening and closing tags. So again, the opening tag is where the piece of text begins, and then the closing tag is where the text ends, and it always starts with, after the left angle bracket, it starts with the forward slash, so you know it's a closing tag. There is also such thing as a empty tag, which basically means there's no opening and closing tag, there's just one tag, it's empty. There's nothing in between the tags, and it starts like this. So if I wanted to do a line break, I could add a BR tag, but this is an empty tag, so I have to have a forward slash. And the space is arbitrary, but it's good etiquette. That's what has been the case in older versions of XHTML, so you might do the space, but you're probably going to be able to get away with no space there. I would just continue to do the space for the time being. And then you also have what's called an image tag, and it would look similar to that. There's no opening and closing tag. It's just an IMG, and then you'll have a space, and then have forward slash and the right angle bracket after the forward slash. You will also have other possible attributes inside of these kind of tags. Any tag, it could be an opening tag. You don't ever have attributes in the closing part of a paragraph tag, or anything that has an opening and closing tag. You don't typically have attributes in the closing tag. So we will be putting attributes in either the opening tag itself or in empty tags. This is an image element, and the element is what the tag is made up of, and then you will have attributes. So one example of an attribute is something for an image. You would want to have a source. You could also have width and height. And basically the source is saying where is the image located, the width is saying how wide is the image itself, and the height is saying how tall is the image. And we're talking about pixels because we're talking about screen sizes, so pixels is the format that we will focus on for the basic of this tutorial. The source and width and height are specific to the image tag. Other elements might have these as possible attributes, but the paragraph tag has other attributes that would be used for that tag. So you'll start to learn which attributes are beneficial to which tags, and then how that works together. So again, mainly right now we're talking about the different kinds of HTML tags: an opening tag, a closing tag, which we have with the paragraph here, an example of the opening and closing tag where you'd have text in between here that would be tagged a certain way based on those elements that are actually tagging the text. And then you have the empty tag, which is an example of the BR tag or the image tag, where there's not an opening and closing tag, it's just one tag.